where he mysteriously left in the middle of Avengers Endgame. While handcuffed, the Tesseract falls at his feet, and he picks it up, transporting himself to the middle of the Gobi Desert in Mongolia. There, a police force enters through a wormhole with TVA patches. They freeze time so Loki can't escape and strap something around his neck that somehow limits his godlike powers. It turns out TVA stands for the Time Variance Authority. They manage beings that create variances in time. They strip Loki down to his skivvies, put him in a TVA prisoner jumpsuit, and make him sign a form of every word he ever uttered. In one of the episode's best scenes, he gives a ticket to stand in a line of two people and watches a cute animated 1960s-style Catch Me If You Can video explaining why the TVA does what it does. Time jumpers like Loki created variances for mundane reasons that have repercussions like intergalactic wars. Loki visits the TVA judge. He has no lawyer, no evidence to exonerate himself, and creates some laughs for the gallery when he arrogantly tries to use his powers to escape. That's when Captain Mobius makes an appearance in the MCU for the first time. We first meet Agent Mobius when he is investigating a church with a stained glass window of a devil. He then gets an alert the TVA has an interesting find, and many do not know who they have in their possession, the god of mischief himself. Loki was about to be reset after being offended that the Timekeepers allow the Avengers to travel across time, but not himself when Mobius steps in. The judge let him have Mr. Mischief, but tells him it's on him if anything goes wrong. Mobius gives Loki a history lesson that is meant to catch the viewer up if they forgot who the character is or if you are new to the MCU. They go through how he killed Agent Coulson in Age of Ultron and multiple shots of the Avengers looking like heroes, snacks, or both. They even show a scene on how he was the real D.B. Cooper. This gets Loki jealous, feeling inferior. Then, Mobius puts the cherry on top, showing him killing his own mother. This sends Loki into a rage, where his new agent friend assesses him as the Fredo of his day. You were born to cause pain, suffering, and death, he tells him. Loki predictably escapes after Mobius leaves the room for a minute or two. He ends up in a room where reset variance possessions are kept for safekeeping, thrown in drawers, and long forgotten. When Loki threatens a staffer to give him the Tesseract, he finds it in a drawer. He pulls it out, placing it on the counter when something catches his eye, like opening up the briefcase in Pulp Fiction. He is staring at stones. Lots of them. A couple of dozen. And they are all Infinity Stones. He realizes he is standing in the middle of the most powerful force in the MCU. He ends up back in the interrogation room, and he rewinds the video file to see the last time he saw his mother, father, and brother, Thor. And eventually to where the demigod snapped his neck in an alternative time variance. Mobius enters the room where Loki looks defeated, realizing even Infinity Stones have no power within the TVA. He can't offer him his old life, but he can offer the god of mischief some salvation. He wants to have Loki help him hunt a variance offender that is hunting down TVA agents known as the Minutemen. But why Loki? Well, Mobius drops the shocker of the episode. The variant they are hunting is Loki. Jump back to the 1850s in Oklahoma, and some Minutemen jump through a window into a field. A hooded figure sees they have stepped into his trap and pulls a Braveheart. He lights a match, flames spread, and all four are killed.